Welcome to the Western Wisconsin Journal. My name is Mary Claire Olson Potter. I want to remind you to get out and vote on Tuesday, April 6th at the Village Hall. Let's meet our next candidate, Frank Halvorson. Tell us about yourself, your background, and your qualifications.
Okay, my name is Frank Halvorson. My wife and I, we live on Summers Landing Road in North Hudson since 2003. I have an excavating and public works background uh, as far as that goes. Um, I have worked for the city of Hudson for the last 24 years. Yeah, I think it's 24 this year. Last 24 years on water, sewer, public works, and fire. I have degrees from WITC and Chippewa Valley Technical College, both in fire science and in diesel mechanics.
Okay, thank you. Here's our next question. Why are you interested in serving on the North Hudson Village Board?
I guess it started with my dad back when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my dad served as town board chairman for 12 years. And after he stepped down, he told me that it was really rewarding. It gave him a sense that he gave something back to his community. And I always liked that. Dad never said a lot of stuff like that, but it really stuck home with me. And that's the kind of guy I am. I just, I like giving back to my community. I served the fire department and it's just a way to give back. I think with my experience, um, with my job and my background and everything, I think it'd be a pretty good asset for the village.
Okay, thank you very much. And our third question, what do you see is the most important issue facing the village in the next 2 years and beyond?
Well, the first one coming up here, after we get through winter, trying to get through that unscathed, is going to be that road project coming through. That's going to be a big one. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts with that. Two different communities. North Hudson's. Even though we do have some businesses here and stuff, we're pretty much a bedroom community, and it's going to really screw up people's commute a lot. And I think between the city and the village, it's going to be a chore trying to make that traffic flow smooth this summer. It's going to be a challenge. Um, that that road project is going to be number one. The other thing I think we need to keep doing what the current board has been doing and keep up with keep building on the public works. The we need the I mean, they've done a good job so far, but they're not there yet. We need, the guys need more tools. We need to find a way to retain help. We had some good guys. Now, as of now, we got one of our guys on public works leaving. When we find quality guys, we got to learn how to keep them. And that's another big one. And then as always, and it's doesn't matter which municipality you're talking about. It's maintaining the budget. You know, it, it's tough, but it's got to be done. Try to keep the taxes low so that people can afford to stay in their homes.
Thank you. We're going to move on to our fourth question. Do you see any areas where the village could reduce spending without reducing services?
I don't like this question because the answer is no. North Hudson is growing. Um, the way to save money, in my mind, is to manage the money that you have correctly. Um, do things right the first time. Have some forethought into the projects you're going into. Know that there's going to be unforeseens. Especially when you're digging in the ground. Anytime you start, with the infrastructure and stuff, you're going to find stuff that you didn't plan on. You know, um, that I think is the way to really save money, to have, separate everything between wants and needs, and, take care of obviously take care of the needs first, and then manage what's left. I mean, if if you're, it doesn't matter what project you're working on, if you're doing anything, and you come across something that you didn't expect, well, you're that far into it now, it doesn't make any sense to walk right past it just because it's not in the budget. You have to, I think that's the way to save money, is to, just have some foresight, and no matter what project it is, just have some foresight, and deal, knowing that there's going to be your unforeseens, and manage that, as you go. With North Hudson growing, I mean, how do you say, we're going to cut spending? We got the Ridges project up there. We got a bunch of people moving into town. We got more streets to plow, more people to take care of. It's hard to reduce spending. I can see reduced spending on wants, without looking at the budget. I don't know that the village is doing a bad job of it now, but that's with any municipality. It's just the way it is.
Thank you. And moving on to our fifth question. Do you see any things that could be done in the next 2 years that would improve the municipal operations in the village? And a follow-up to that, what would be your ideas on how to improve these operations?
You know, I think, the we have in the village, we purchased some equipment. We've got a new skid steer, we've got a new front end loader, we've got a new dump truck. All of that stuff is great. But we need to keep moving forward with that. We got a great guy in Patrick Mose. He's a great guy. He comes from a well drilling background. Um, the guy knows how to weld. We don't have a welder or a set of cutting torches in our garage, and Patrick knows how to weld. I don't think it makes any sense if we've got a guy that knows how to weld and knows how to use those tools, and we don't even know him. That's the kind of thing, you know, moving forward. It doesn't matter, that the state could come through next month and drop a bomb and say, no, all police officers are required to carry this tool. At that point, we have to address that and make it happen. Um, but just keeping the people, you know, that work for us, keeping them tooled up, give them the tools that they need to do their job. Um, and then keeping quality employees. That's, once, and it doesn't matter what business you're in. If it takes so long to train an employee, every municipality is different. Everybody has a different thing. And, once you get somebody trained in, it's about keeping them. Um, I think that's important. Finding and keeping good employees, and, the employees that you have, give them the tools they need to do the job.
And thank you so much for joining us. And our final question is, are there any additional comments that you would like to make now?
Just thanks for the opportunity. Um, I, I've always been community oriented. Um, very much like living here. I love living here in North Hudson. I've been involved with the community in the past, and with the village. My wife and I love it here, and I think with my background, with my education and my work background, I think I'd be a great asset to the village, and I really hope I get elected.
I'd like to thank the candidates so much for joining us, and remind everyone to get out and vote on Tuesday, April 6th. Thank you so much.